This lesson covers irregular French verbs with prefix derivatives and their irregular conjugations. There are many irregular verbs which have several prefix derivatives. You simply attach a prefix to the beginning of the irregular verb, and then that new verb will inherit the same irregularities as the verb from which it derives. So we have tenir and venir-based verbs. So, for example, the verb obtenir takes on the same irregularities that tenir does. It simply attaches the prefix ob at the beginning of each conjugation. Courir-based verbs. The verb accourir will inherit the same irregularities that courir has. Faire-based verbs. So satisfaire will take on the same irregularities that faire has. Recevoir has derivatives which modify the stem of the base verb, but their endings are still conjugated in the same way. The verb décevoir will take on the same irregularities that recevoir has. It will simply replace the RE with a DE. Next are dire-based verbs. Now, dire-based verbs are conjugated differently than dire in the present tense vous form. Dire is conjugated as dit, but dire-based verbs end in dise in the present tense vous form. So the verb contredire will take on most of the irregularities that dire does, but with the exception of the present tense vous form. Now the verb maudire appears to be based on dire, but it is actually conjugated like a regular IR verb, such as choisir. Prendre-based verbs. So using prendre as an example, it will take on all the irregularities that prendre does. Écrire, like recevoir, has derivatives which modify the stem of the base verb, but their endings are still conjugated in the same manner. So the verb prescrire will take on the same irregularities that écrire does. Jeter-based verbs. So using rejeter as an example, it will take on the same irregularities that jeter does. Ouvrir-based verbs. So the verb rouvrir will take on the same irregularities as ouvrir. Dormir-type verbs also have prefixed derivatives, such as consentir. It will take on the same irregularities as sentir. And as another example, démentir will take on the same irregularities as mentir. Mettre-based verbs, such as promettre, will take on the same irregularities as mettre. Battre is only irregular in the present tense, so verbs such as abattre will also take on the same present tense irregularities as battre. And that covers the patterns of irregular French prefix-based verbs. I again apologize for any mispronunciations I may have, as I am not a French speaker. As I always say, I would very much appreciate it if you could please do me a favor and share this video series with your friends and teachers. And that is all for now, so until next time.